Okay, welcome to the fourth demonstration video of the Site Notes program from XLS Design. Just to recap, last time we looked at creating a spec sheet and saw how that was generated within our main reports. We also briefly looked at one or two of the other commonly used options, such as the auto bold routine. This demonstration will explain some additional functions of the location 1, location 2 and location 3 columns. So we have already seen how the HD column links to the spec sheets, which keeps different sections of the report separated from the main body of the report via the headers. In the storage equipment industry, this is important as it will also allow us to split up a material list for replacement components. Generating material lists will be covered in a separate demonstration video. So just to recap, where there's a value in the HD column, program functions as a link to the header information in location 1, 2 and 3. Where a value is not entered in the HD column, locations 1, 2 and 3 take on slightly different properties. And in fact it acts as a hierarchical formatting tool. So in plain English, that basically means whichever column or columns of location 1, 2 and 3 that you enter data in basically has an impact on how this displays in the main report once that's generated into the Word document. In particular, I found this useful for me in the storage equipment industry because it allows for a variety and complexity of description in the report in order to record exactly where damage is located within an installation, and that is obviously useful to our clients. So what I'll quickly do first as well, we'll just scroll down to the header that I created in the last demonstration video, which is header 20, and we didn't enter any damage. So when we produced the report last time, we just had the header at the top, and in fact I may have, this is one I prepared earlier, so we had the spec sheet and then we just had the header at the top. I actually went and added some damage in here myself as well. So what we'll do is we'll duplicate this and then we'll reprint this report here. So worry about saving that one. So in order to get it appearing as per that document, we're just going to start with the most simple format. So we're going to just use location 3 and we're just going to call that bay 1, and by using my dynamic menus, let's just scroll down slightly, just by using my dynamic menus, a double tap or double click, again these lists are all adjustable as well. I'm just going to say beam, we're going to say that's been damaged, and we've got our multiplier and our times by, but we don't need those, so we just leave them blank, and we're just going to say first level front. Now there are different ways of entering damage. I'm just doing this via the menu. We'll go into other ways of entering damage using our bespoke ribbon, using the quick notes functions that will be demonstrated in a later video. So having entered some damage in here, we've got some information in location 3, but we don't have any header information, so the program now recognizes that this is part of the main body of the report. And what I'll do is I'll just go print off a new full report, and again we just entered a tick in that just so that it will generate that full report, and like our document there. Let's just, what we'll do is we'll compare that with this one. I'll just scroll down to the bottom there. So it's printed our header, which is the information that's in, you can see row 88 here. So we've got location, manufacturer and a description, and we've then got bay 1 under location, beam damaged first level fronts, and I've stuck an amber replace as a recommendation to the client on that one. So that's the first one. If we want to go slightly more complicated, so on this next row I'll re-input this information, but what we'll do is we'll just make it slightly more complicated. So we're going to say it's bay 1. Now I tend to have everything in location 1 and 2 in bold because I think it looks better on the report. So if you didn't bold this, it wouldn't come out bold on the report, but we'll leave that as bold for now. And then we'll just say we'll call this left frame. Okay, so I'm just going to put some slightly different damage in here. You wouldn't have a beam on a frame. A beam goes in between 2 frames. So what I'll do is I'll copy some damage. So I'll just copy this row here. So I select the row I want to copy and just click copy to end, and that will copy that row to the end of my worksheet here. And now I'll just demonstrate that by we'll print off another full report, and this will then visually demonstrate how that is formatted. So oops, let's pop that there. Oh no, it's the wrong document, beg your pardon. We want that one. It still doesn't want to pop up. We won't save that. There it is. It's hiding underneath. Okay, let's pop that over there. So we'll just scroll down to the bottom of that, and as you can see, in fact I've put a typo in there, haven't I? I'll just correct that for next time. So we've got bay 1, left frame, base plate twisted fronts, and that was an amber rectify, and I copied that from the row above, if you recall. So just copies, when we use this copy to end and copy location function, it just takes everything from the component all the way through to the action column, because I don't want it copying the entire row because I've already entered some data here which I don't want that duplicated or changed in any way. So that's the reason. That's the reason for that. Okay, so let's just pop that over there, and oops, let's exit that. What we'll do, we'll make this even more complicated still. So I'll now use location 1. So we'll notice that because bay 1 is entered in location 2, it's left that and it's just pushed this one down to the next line down, and this will do exactly the same as well. So if I say let's say it's the rear face, bay 1, and we'll say left frame again. Okay, and this isn't in bold on this occasion actually, so I can bold that if I wish to do so. For some reason, oh no, that's right. These shouldn't be bold. I think this was left over from before where I bolded it. So we'll just bold these. Again, they're not defaulted to bold in the table, but the user can just default these to bold anyway, just by using the normal sort of Excel functionality. So we've now got 3 bits of data. So we've got some data in location 1, some in location 2, some in location 3, and we'll just generate a full report off of that. I will close that one down because we don't need that. Hit create report there. It just runs our report generating routine. It's popped it up there for me, so let's shove that over to the side. Okay, so and again I've emboldened these. So then we've got rear face, and then the next line, and then the next line. So that is basically how these conditions work. The only exception to that is if we have some information in one of these rows on its own but nothing in the component or any of the other columns, so just one in location 1, 2 or 3, what I'll do is just scroll up to the top of this report and we can demonstrate that by going through this one, because this is printed out report. So where I've got information in, again, there's a condition attached for general, so these are other conditions that we've had programmed into the software, and again this will leave a blank line just to spread the report out slightly to make it a little bit more readable. I've then got rack A in bold here, just in location 2 on its own. Because there's nothing else in there, it leaves a blank line. And then we've got what we had before, which was we've just used a slightly different referencing system for this report, which is O1N first frame, and then it lists all of the damage that was found on that first frame. So that's a demonstration really of how location 1, 2 and 3 work. To summarise then, locations 1, 2 and 3 can be used in a variety of ways. This gives flexibility in setting up your own system, and just remember that all of the drop down lists are editable as well, and we will do a video on how to edit those lists properly using the ribbon functions. So in our example, for example, I've used first frame a lot in this column in location 3. If I double click there, I'll get my menu up. I don't actually have first frame in that column, so just as a brief intro, we'll look at lists, as I say, in a later video, but I'm on my racking office tab. I'll just expand that, and then I've got edit lists, and I can edit report intros, general notes or quick notes. In this instance these are all lists, so I'll go to my edit lists, location 3, and I can just right click there, insert a table row above, and for example I could just type in, if I wanted, first frame in there. I then go back to my main table, and then in location 3 a double tap gives me first frame in the dynamic menu that's been generated. So again, it makes it a very flexible program, and hopefully that's explained some of the functionality of the table. We've also covered basic insertion of damage in this video as well, but we'll do more on that at a later time. So on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button. What I'll do is I'll just put the XlsDesign website up for you. If I can do that, there we go. Let's pop that over there. Oops. So XlsDesign, just use the contact if you've got any questions on this video or anything else. XlsDesign can also provide a number of other solutions, whatever spreadsheet solutions you might require. Please do feel free to get in touch. I offer a consultation and solutions for a wide variety of different situations, and certainly from my purposes of using this, my brother's certainly managed to save me a lot of time in my day-to-day work. So that's the end of this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.